So crazy.
Okay, so at this time, what year are we talking about now? 2000 and...
Let's just put it between 2006 and 2012, while I was at Kiss 100.
Okay, so this is a period in which you're at Kiss.
Yes.
Have you started dabbling in other things outside music, modeling?
Yes, so two things, modeling and karaoke. So when I was confirmed at Kiss, my salary wasn't the best.
And you're still living at home?
And I'm still living at home. I moved out of my parents' house in 2010.
Okay.
So, okay, still living at home, working at Kiss, salary not the greatest. And so I had to look for extra money because there were a lot of things that I was responsible for at the time. And so somebody approached me, a guy called Ahmed of Tamasha. He was the entertainment manager at Tamasha at the time. I remember we met at Nando's in Tao.
Did Maina Kageni by any chance have a connection?
With what? With Nando's or Ahmed? Oh, Tamasha. Oh, Maina. Anyway, so I walk into Nando's, it was packed. And I see this guy in a pink t-shirt. But then he's a body, eh? Like he's a body. Anyway, so sit down with Ahmed. He tells me, look, this is what we'd like to start at Tamasha. He's actually now currently the entertainment manager, although I think he's a bit more of a big shot. Excess Millionaires. Yeah. Anyways,
I don't know where that is.
You shouldn't. Anyway, so here we are. We talk. He says, look, I'll offer you 7,000 bob. Okay. And karaoke should be from 8 to midnight. We'll get the machine, we'll get the books, we'll get the mic. You just come do your job. And I said, absolutely. You know, here I am. This is 2007, just after joining Kiss. I am 22. I am looking for all the money I can make. So I started hosting karaoke. And the thing was, I haven't moved out. The only place I can go and chill is either Kiss before 8 p.m. I mean, my show ends at that time. We in 2007. The show was still a 10 to 1, and I hadn't really taken over from Angela. I don't think so. And I was doing entertainment news, and entertainment news used to run 10 to 1 o'clock. So utaenda wapi? And then so I would stay or go to Sarit, chill until 6:37, then take a jav. So I would take a 48 and then a 46. And then drop off at Tamasha, go in, host till midnight, then take a cab to my uncle's place, now at Adams, which is very close. Kirichwa Road. Kirichwa Road. Yeah. And so did that for some time. And then now I started getting offers to do other karaoke.
So how was karaoke? Hey, Sana, your story has got so many different things. But like, cause now that's, but I feel like they come into one. They
really do.
I feel actually, like as much as they sound very different, there's a point where I'll be like, so that's why this happened. Like already I'm hearing you talking on radio. I'm like, no wonder you connect so much with people. Because
radio, you have to connect. I mean, how out of it can you sound? You know, you have to really, and I remember one time when I was on radio and we were telling people to go vote. I think it was the banana orange time. I am not sure. And I had a conversation with a lady na nikamuuliza kwa hivyo sasa njoo unaelekea huko, akasema hata nimebeba, nikasikia mtoto in the background. Nikasema haya, kwani umeenda na mtoto, sasa tutamwachia nani? Unajua lazima tufanye kazi za nyumba, tusafishe, tuoshe vyombo, watu wakule breakfast njoo. So I sort of had a banter with her where I understood where she was coming from as a mama who's done housework for quite some time. and Carol Radu was listening, and she actually sent an email and said, listen to how Sana is interacting with people on their level and yani in detail of their lives.
That is so powerful.
And she attached the clip. I remember that email, I'll never forget.
Yo.
Yeah, so they wanted other people to see that it's not just so umevote. Sasa unajua wewe unaishi wapi, unaweza kwenda kuvote at this polling station. It was getting to their lives. What are they doing? So now you have class at what time? At 2 o'clock. Guy, you know you should have left earlier. Like it's 2 o'clock and now it's like midday. Are you going to make it? Those kind of things.
Yo.
Yeah, so I remember that email. It really made me feel good. It made me feel good. It made me feel like I was doing it differently. Yeah. So
and you didn't even know you're doing it differently.
Me, I was just doing.
Just
Okay,
doing.
me, I was just having a conversation with people.
But I think that that's a special thing that you didn't think that people were seeing in you that was in you.
I tend to not see a lot. Yeah, so
karaoke.
So karaoke starts. It was basically okay. So I will say this: before I started officially at Tamasha, I had been called to do karaoke at Black Diamond. And nilifanya one night only. I think the owners could see how terrified I was. I couldn't talk on the microphone without hiding behind a pillar. You know, Black D has pillars inside. Yeah. So, aren't you supposed to be talking to the crowd? Mimi nimejificha hapa. The pillar was over here. The screen is over here. I'm saying, you cannot be the host like that. So yeah, so I had done Black D. So I kind of had an idea of what was expected of me. And so with Tamasha, it was, so there's the inside sitting, and then there's the outside, the corridor, and then there's the parking. And it was a bit dark-ish, so that kind of helped me like open up, pole, 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 pole. So I'd do the first song, and then go around, give people the books, or basically ask, would you guys like to sing? Then they'd say, not now, or sometimes you get that look from those chiles, and you're just like, they'd give you like,
please.
So, and it was, it didn't make me feel bad. I just, what is it? I just asked you if you want to sing. If you don't want, just tell me you don't want to sing. You don't have to look at me like, please. And there are some tables that I would go to where there would be men and women, and the guys would turn to me and say, it's okay, Sana, we'll look for a song, which would make it worse. Because why are they attending to you? These mamas think you're there for them. And then the men attend. You know, you guys are clueless. Men are clueless. Like, you can see these mamas are giving attitude. Okay? Don't take the book. Come for it later. You know, just say, we'll let you know. It's okay. I'll understand. But you now, you're taking it, which means you're entertaining me, which is what they don't want you to do. Anyway. I mean, I got that forever. I got that for all the years I did karaoke. All the 13 years.
All the different locations.
There was definitely going to be somebody who'd give me attitude. But, you know, by the time, you know, you're hitting 13 years, you don't give a you just do your job. You know, it doesn't matter. Me, because I know at the end of this, me, I'm getting paid. I don't know about you. You're spending money. Me, I'm getting. So you do you. And that concept was actually introduced to me by my dad. He was like, Mommy, you cannot go to do a job and give them your money on top of that.
Because you're buying drinks.
You're being silly.
You are going there and you're turning up.
Let me tell you, from that 70s, me, I used to go home with 3K live. Because you've eaten, you've bought shots, and then shots have this thing where it just makes you generous. You're generous to everybody. You're buying shots for guys, and guys are there earning 70, 80,000 shillings. You know, so my dad actually had to tell me, you cannot do that. Make the money, you can spend it elsewhere. It is rather stupid of you to go be given a job and then it's like you're paying them. Thank you. Thank you for giving me the job, you know? So, anyway, so...
No, but there's a huge point that I don't want to skip over. You've now come out of your shell. Like the job has forced you to... One, not to stand out alone, and to have to go and interact with people. To get them to get out and sing. Because the more they sing, the more successful you look, the more the gig stays, the more people come, the more money you make.
I've been thrown in the deep end a lot of times, but also out of necessity. I mean, here you are, you spend a lot of time at this radio station, but you're not making enough money. What do you need to do? This is the job that you're being given, and it involves you interacting with people, something that's not my strong suit at all. Like I told you, like I like to socialize, but in like one-on-ones, you know, or like 3 friends. But when it's more than that, you're just, and then now here you're presenting to people, you know, and starting the karaoke was always the hardest. And that has been through and through in the 13 years, even up until my last karaoke. Like you look at your watch, you're like, it's almost 8 o'clock. There are no people, or there are people, but they're not interested in karaoke, you know? So that starting was always difficult. And then when you have a good DJ like DJ Riggs, I'm going to point that out because he was a very good DJ. He plays such good jams. Now you're like, this crowd, can I interrupt these songs? Because, you know, there's some places where you can interrupt and guys are like, no, we want that, you know.
And they've done that. You've experienced it all.
I've experienced that, but much earlier. Yeah. Because I think eventually I started hosting in places where people actually really were coming for the karaoke.
Okay.
So they want to sing.
But in the beginning, this has been introduced. You're one of the pioneers of this.
Didn't know that, but okay.
Okay.
So,
okay, I'm asking.
Let's just say that it
was it becoming a thing within?
No, like, I mean, I know Angela when you used to host.
Okay.
I know there was somebody, Regina Ray used to host karaoke.
Okay.
At the same Black D's that I'm talking about. So I don't think I can say I was the pioneer. I guess I just did it at the most clubs and for the longest.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I think there was even a story one time where I used to hear there were girls complaining, Kwani she's taking all the karaokes in the clubs. You know, because I'd be at Galileo Town, I'd be at Galileo Westie, and then I'd be at Tamasha. Or yani, in every week, I've got 3 places I'm hosting. Or every cycle of my karaoke, I'm hosting at 3 places.
So, but in the beginning, you started just at Tamasha?
Just at Tamasha. And I still wasn't out of my shell. Necessity, like I said.
Okay.
Yeah, it's one of those things where, you know, if I don't do this, I'm not going to get that 7 Gs, and I need that 7 Gs.
So, I just want to see here. Okay, first and foremost, alcohol, men, beautiful woman, music, drama.
No, job, home. That was it.
So okay, I don't want to even to laugh about this because it can border into sexual harassment.
Yes, it can. But this is the funny thing. In all the 13 years I've done karaoke, yes, I've interacted with a lot of men. Yes, I have sat down and had drinks. And I mean, there are some people that I met, some men that, first of all, I don't even know how to tell you. My best friend, I had met her at karaoke before. And then lost yani it was those ones of, oh, hi, nini, oh, tukunyani shots, whatever. And then I met her at a party that was being hosted by her friend, and my boyfriend at the time, Manga, knew some of them. And that's how I met her the next time. And from there, and I'll give you that story, because I ended up now starting to host karaoke and sleeping at her place. It was very interesting. So I've met very many men, very many women, and very many people who have actually become like friends.
Okay.
Yeah, there are people that I still interact with till today. But it is only, I can count the number of times where it has bordered on sexual harassment.
Whereabouts and it's be called?
Not really. Just, I won't cross your side anymore.
Okay.
Yeah. There was even one time some guy tried to follow me home. So this time I was hosting on Baricho Road. What is that club? Legend. Before Legend opened in Karen, there was a Legend on Baricho Road. And I think it's the former, it's current excess, former Legend.
Again, I don't know where that is.
Baricho Road. Where you are to Pale Homeboys.
Homeboys,
up
yes.
Next. So these times when I would host very far, at this time I'd bought a car. Don't worry, I'll take you back.
Yeah.
I'd bought a car. My brother would finish up his raos and then come and pick me. Like, we follow each other home.
Matasia.
Because at this time I'd bought the car, but I hadn't moved.
Okay, yeah.
So he would come and we would follow each other. And so this is Baricho Road. This is like the other side of the compass.
And this is like midnight.
This is midnight, almost 1 o'clock. So I come out. He usually parks. He doesn't come upstairs. My brother is that guy. He doesn't drink, doesn't smoke, doesn't do those things. He's a biashara guy. So he sits in the car, waits for me. I come down. I get into my car, and so this guy had been following me. So he followed me all the way to the car. But like, it's the first thing I do is lock. Always. Before seatbelt, before adjusting the chair, first thing I do when I enter my car is lock. So he came and he was like knocking on the window. He's like, Sanaipei, come on, let's just talk kidogo nini. Where are you going? Where are you going home? Can I come with you? You know, those kind of things. And I'm just like, my guy, you just need to bounce. So he was still talking. Me, I reversed my car. So I reversed, and then I waited for bro to also like flash his lights and show me that he's behind me. But that guy also got into a car. So anyway, so we are driving. He has followed. He has followed. So it's me, my bro, him. He has followed Paka Ngong Road.
What?
Bro is like, Ebu ingia your petrol station. I enter. He enters. He enters. We chomoka again. He's like, take the roundabout like you're going to Uncle's. take the roundabout. My brother is just giving me raos, like in the middle of the night. He just wants to see, he wants to be sure that this guy is actually following. So then we go.
Now your bureau is driving behind you. Yeah.
He's not, yani he's here. He's not letting any space, whatever. So then we go, he turns. So then eventually we went into a petrol station. Obviously this is pre-COVID, so guys are not closing. So we stop there. We chill. He's like, we're not going. Let's just chill. Then the guy eventually switches on his car and he goes the other way. Because I think it's like he realized these two cars are together. Yeah, then we went home. Then there's this other time I was coming from Karen Blick's. Well, that's not a sexual harassment thing. It was just, I got a flat. Bro was like, stop. He changed it under 3 minutes. I was in shock and awe. But it was good that he used to follow me home like that, because obviously I'm by myself, I've had a drink.
And that's far.
It's very far. It's very far. So yeah, but I think I can count the number of times.
Umefanya maisha.
Imebidi mazee. Imebidi sa unadu. What can you do? And you need the money and you've got responsibilities. After
Tamasha, where was your next? Actually, you know what? Let's order some food.
Okay.
Lazima watu wakule.
Bora nyama.
Na dish ni crazy.